Hi, I am Jenna, and today's subject is true love and the twin flame reunion. Now, let's put it all together, ladies. Now that I have explained that love is the desire for what is good and what is beautiful, I am going to tell you why I think this is true. Now, years ago, I worked with men, and that was a unique opportunity for me because the men that I worked with were wonderful. I was in a good place mentally and emotionally. I had grown up in a household without a father, but I did not let the negative things that happened between my parents affect me and affect my attitude toward men. What my dad did was what my dad did, and that had nothing to do with any other man as far as I was concerned. And so when I was young, I always liked men. I had a positive attitude about them. And so I attracted these wonderful men in my life. I was working with these gentlemen, and they were truly gentlemen. They treated me like a daughter or a sister, and they were very protective of me, and they were only interested in helping me understand life and understand the truth. And so I trusted them. And I asked them a lot of questions, and they taught me many things. And one of the questions I asked them was that um, I wanted to know what love was. And so I asked them one by one, individually, privately, what love meant to them. And each and every one of them gave me a different answer because they answered that question honestly. Now, if you ask a guy that you are romantically involved with what love means to him, he's simply going to tell you what he thinks you want to hear because they know we've been watching too many movies. And so he doesn't want to fight, he doesn't want to argue, he doesn't want to make you feel bad or hurt your feelings. And so he's going to tell you what you want to hear. Not that necessarily men want to lie to you, they just would rather not have any conflict in their love lives. They want to keep things smooth, and so they're not going to tell you what they really think. They're going to tell you what you want to hear most of the time. Some of them do. And so this is just how it is, and we have to deal with this and we have to face that reality because what is it about us that men cannot be honest with us? You know, are you going to go off on them? Are you going to get upset because you don't like the answer or you don't understand it? No, you have to accept the answer for who they are. Don't let things shock you or and then we want to jump into these cultural things and politically correct things, and so men have to navigate through all of that. And so that's why you don't get an honest answer. But the truth of the matter is, love is different things to different people, as we say. And so, years later, after I married my twin flame, I told him this story, and he tried it on his job with the men that he worked with. Frankly, because he didn't believe it. He didn't believe it was true. But he discovered the same thing that I did. He had the same experience. And the most ridiculous answer he got was that this guy had fallen in love with this woman's derriere. He was in love with his wife's derriere. And so the first thing he asked, my twin flame asked this gentleman, is, well, what are you going to do when she gets old and it starts to sag? And so he said, of course, well, I guess I'll just have to find one that I like better if that happens. This is why you don't want to fall in love with men who love you strictly for your outward appearance. Now, if a man has a wandering eye, it's more than likely that he is very superficial and he's looking for an outward thing that he likes about women. And so if he's got a wandering eye and he's looking at women that are similar to you, it's easy to understand that yes, he's just looking at the surface. He's not interested in you as a person. And so, yeah, that may be something you want to look into. If you want a lasting relationship, that may not be the man for you. Now, I want to talk to you about creating your own environment. If you have a victim mentality, if you think that men always take advantage of you, or they're always trying to cheat you, or they're always trying to do this or that, this is exactly what you are going to attract. We create our own world. We create our own environment, and you don't have to be a victim of your childhood. You don't have to be a victim of your subconscious mind. You can change these things. You can make it the way you want it. Life is yours. Build the story as you desire to see it. And so, if you want men who are loving and faithful, you have to think of them that way. You have to see these kind of men. And that's how you attract them into your life. Not being negative, remaining positive about them and who they are and what they're all about, and thinking only good thoughts about them. And this is how we change our lives. And this is how we change our environment and make it a positive one and not a negative one, because we believe in the good and we see the good in people. And there's good in everybody. And so only see the good in them. None of us is perfect. So let go of that which is not wanted. Don't think about the negative attributes. Sorry. Don't think about the negative attributes of people. See only the good and only the positive and only the loving part of them. And so you'll have a better life, and you will be happy, and you will attract the man you want to see. Now, when it comes to twin flames and all these things that are going on with you guys, from my research, you've been hooked up with people with which you have no communication. You guys have communication problems. And if you don't have communication, if you can't talk to a person, there is zero communication. You will be misunderstood if you talk to these people. And so you can overcome your astrology. Sure, you can rise above it. But without communication, there's no relationship. And this is why I'm saying, and I will keep saying it because it's starting to happen more and more, allow them to come into your life naturally. Don't force it. Yes, you desire it. Yes, you want it. Yes, you draw it in with positive, loving thoughts. But don't try to force things. Don't try to make it happen. The more you try, the harder you try, especially the males, you're going to block reunion. You have to let this happen naturally. There's nothing you can do about it. And I know it's difficult to wait. It's heartbreaking. It's lonely. I understand. Been there, done all that, ladies, gentlemen. I understand what you're going through, really. It's hard to wait, but it's even more difficult and challenging to try to work out a relationship with the wrong twin flame, with a very bad match. it's going to be even more challenging. And so we want a positive relationship and a positive experience in life. And so let it come to you naturally. And they will have the same thoughts and beliefs and understandings that you do. They will have had a similar life experience as to yourself, and you will be vibrating at the same frequency. And that's what I mean by vibrating at the same frequency. You guys will understand each other, and you'll have a much more enjoyable, positive experience. And so I hope that's clear. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.